Hi gals, welcome back to another episode of Zero Waste Closet. So this week's video was so much fun to film because I have to tell you that even as an aspiring minimalist, I love to shop. I mean, gosh, I do work in the clothing business, so it's kind of hard not to have an eye out at all times for something fabulous. And I love my 10-piece French wardrobe that I've curated and all of the wonderful accompanying supporting cast members for that wardrobe. And if you have not done one of your own, or you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will drop a link in the description box below to my playlist of recent videos on how to build your own concise capsule wardrobe. But like I said, this doesn't mean that you can never shop again. Sometimes you're specifically looking for something, or maybe something in your current capsule isn't working for you and you need a replacement item. Well, I happen to love my current capsule, but I was really feeling a hankering for something that just has a little bit of extra holiday flavor and color, something that is nice and versatile. And I happened upon a phenomenal piece at, of all places, Target. My 15-year-old daughter loves to take me there shopping. And so I'm gonna show you guys. This is my favorite new addition to my capsule wardrobe. It is a silky slip dress in the color of the season, which many people are referring to as this kind of cherry cola color. I think this is gorgeous. I think it also works with a variety of color palettes and just color wheels for different people, and it can be paired in such interesting ways. And so when you're thinking of adding something to your more concise wardrobe, I really suggest doing the capsule wardrobe test. See how many different ways that you can style that piece. And if it has a huge amount of versatility, maybe you're making a good decision. So gals, what I did was I fell in love with the piece. I bought the piece, decided to bring it home and get as creative as possible. And this is what is so much fun working with a capsule wardrobe, is that you're not choosing from hundreds of pieces. You're really playing in sometimes unexpected ways. And so I found that this dress could go so many different directions with the pieces that I already own. And I wanna walk you guys through these looks. And I worked with my existing capsule wardrobe. I also did go back to my closet, which desperately still needs to be cleaned out. And we're gonna do a future video on how to do an express closet clean out. Keep your eyes peeled. Spoiler alert, that's coming. But I will tell you that I did pull from some of the other pieces in my closet that may just have to make their way into my extras collection because they were really good accompaniments to this dress. So let's take a look at all of the different things that I think you can do with a silky slip dress. So hands down, one of my favorite things to do is to layer something fitted underneath. Maybe you just don't want it to be quite such a deep V in the front. And at times I would just like a little more coverage. This is great, definitely for the cooler months. So here I just take a fitted ribbed long sleeve shirt. You could easily do a bodysuit underneath. And you're gonna notice most of these looks involve the tights that I'm wearing, which are just like a sheer tight with a little bit of a pattern in them for some fun, and my black J. Crew boots, which are part of my capsule wardrobe. And this is just a really simple, easy, elegant look that can translate to so many different situations in life. You're going to see that I just tried to evolve each look in every way that I could think of. So here, did the same look, changed up the necklace a little bit, made it simple, and added the belt. And of all of the looks I put together, I have to say this is probably one of my favorite. The belt just adds edginess to it. If you're feeling like you don't just like the straight silhouette of a slip dress, then you can create a nice waistline here. And this makes it just a little bit dressier. So I can definitely see wearing this for work or even out to dinner. I wanted to add here a little bit of coverage for a cold day and also just kind of up the rock and roll edgy vibe and give it a little bit of that Parisian street chic that you guys know I love so much. So I just brought in my leather moto jacket, kept the black shirt on underneath the dress. This way I have a great layered look. And again, this just has a very cool, edgy mood to it, which I can easily see wearing pretty much any day of the week. Continuing on here, I play with the theme of layering pieces. So have the same underneath layer with the black shirt underneath the dress. And this time, maybe I want to make it a little more professional, a little more worky, maybe just a little more polished. And I love my blazer here. The blazer tapers nicely at the waist. So without even the addition of the belt, it does create some nice streamline and waistline here. And again, going into any kind of professional setting, this feels elegant, cool, and sophisticated. Here we're playing with the total opposite theme. So instead of workplace, now we're making it just like a fun daytime look, maybe a casual evening, maybe a little bit of weekend. If I wanted to, I would even in my own style genre throw on my white Converse sneakers with this just to make it really fun and cool and easy. So I play with my lounge wardrobe here, and I just have on my favorite little cropped hoodie with it. And this honestly works, in my opinion, just as well as a leather jacket or a blazer, but just creates a different mood. So here is where I reached into my closet and dug a little bit deeper, and I just thought it would be fun to have on a long layering piece over this for some elegance and yet kind of just like a more easy, relaxed kind of coziness at the same time, some nice contrast. So I love a long duster sweater cardigan over the top. This is really nice, and this is also great for those of you who may have some curves that you're working with. This kind of just maybe takes parts of the dress that could feel clingy and just gives you a little bit of extra coverage. And I really like that. This could easily work for me any day of the week. So if you like the long duster cardigan, but maybe thought it was a little bit too flowy, maybe a little too shapeless, well, then there is always the option of closing the cardigan and throwing on a nice thick belt with it. And I think this is fun. This gives it a completely different vibe, different shape, makes it look a little more serious, a little less laid back, perhaps just a bit more sophisticated. And this is definitely just another way to change the look with a simple addition of an accessory. All right, now we're back into the capsule wardrobe, and I am playing with the idea of the slip dress as more of a skirt vibe than a dress vibe. And so in this one, I take probably my favorite layering pieces here, and that is my black shirt where I just tie it at the waist. And if I want some coverage, I can throw my striped cardigan over the top. And this is a really fun, sophisticated, casual look. Again, for me, feels a little Parisian. I love the edginess of the patterned tight back to the more kind of conservative or classic nature of the striped cardigan. Similarly here, I am playing with the dress as more of a skirt, and you guys know I love my striped Breton t-shirts. These are just great, and it is so easy to replicate this look with whatever tops you've got. Just take a cute top, throw it over the top, knot it at the waist, or, you know, if you want to belt it at the waist, anything you can do to just cinch it a little bit, and now you have that great slip skirt and t-shirt look. Makes it a little more casual, and this is just, once again, proving to myself that this dress works great with my current capsule wardrobe. Something I really love to do is play with contrasting fabrics, and I really love something silky next to something knit. So I went into my capsule wardrobe, looked at the sweaters I've chosen for myself, and I thought this was kind of a cool, maybe even a little bit unexpected color combination for the winter months with the camel on top and the burgundy on the bottom. I brought in my camel shoes just to pull it all together. Something I kind of wish that I had in my wardrobe that I may be keeping an eye out for is like a chunky turtleneck sweater. I think that would also be a really great way to pair this dress. And last but not least, girls, a sophisticated and yet super easy vibe is just to take any kind of button-down shirt and tie it at the waist over the top. I love this as a great transitional look. This is a great one if I wanted to take the dress more into the spring months, even though it's got a very wintry kind of holiday color. I think with the addition of the white shirt, this is something that could definitely be palatable for spring. Gals, I hope you enjoyed this week's video. I hope this inspired you when it comes to silky slip dresses, which I think can go, like we've just seen, so many different directions. I think they can also work on a variety of body types. There are so many different ways to style them. If you happen to like this particular one that I modeled, I will put a link in the description box below to this particular one at Target, and I know it comes in different colorways if the burgundy isn't necessarily your thing. And maybe you already own a silky slip dress. Well, I hope this gave you lots of awesome ideas for what you can do with it. I'm sure there are dozens more. If you think of any, please drop those in the comments below. We would all love to learn what we can do with this. And if for any reason the slip dress isn't necessarily your thing, well then I hope your takeaway here is that if you're thinking of adding something to your capsule wardrobe, you think carefully and put it to the mix and match test, and just make sure you have a lot of different ways that you can combine it and different outfit options before you create closet clutter. If you guys like this week's video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. That way I know to make more of these kind of videos where we do lots of different ways to wear a single piece of clothing. I think that's just a fun kind of minimalist experiment. And of course, make sure that you are subscribed here to Zero Waste Closet, and that way you guys get a notification whenever I come out with new videos. Have a great week, gals, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.